Hello, everyone. Welcome to round four. This is tier two today. At Belgium, we're already a third of the way through the season, or well, we will be after a few laps. 33% and all that. So there you go. There's your standings after three races. Bunga, we're about 40 points. Was it 40? It was something like 30, 40 points behind going into that, and now they're 4 points ahead. So they've won the last two races. You had Aiden win at Imola, then you've had Kiwi and Jack dominate around Kota. So they deserve it. They do deserve to be on top. It's close though. After three races, I will at the drivers to ready up in a minute. Everyone's here, and I'm also joined on his AEC debut in the comms booth by Mr. Steve. Welcome in, Steve.
Thank you very much. Looking for an exciting race today, of course, around Spa-Francorchamps. It's going to be a very good one today, and I expect some good action from these drivers.
Yeah, I mean, tier two. If you don't know tier two, it's notorious for the odd incident. We'll play it down a bit. It is known. Mr. Quick, you won the first race, didn't you? I remember. Yeah. So strap yourselves in. Safety car, it's probably going to happen. I'm just going to double check here Mr. Quibolda has done the right settings. I believe he has. But we'll quickly have a quick check, and then everyone should be able to ready up in the next minute or so, which should be good. We'll be a couple of minutes late, but you can't win them all, lads. You can't win them all. At least we're more on time than challenges. I believe they're like 15, 20 minutes late half the time.
Yeah, they are. They're usually very bad with the actual lobby themselves. Especially last week, it was like a whole 20-minute wait from qualifying to the race.
It's inconsiderate of them to stream at the same time we are. I'm not going to lie to them, mate.
I know.
It is what it is.
I should have checked with you first.
It does. I went in the stream last week. I went in the stream just before them and I went, can you raid us afterwards? And I got timed out.
Oh, wow.
I know. I got timed out. So, yeah.
That is a disgrace.
Right. Because everyone is.
Should be a good race today.
I hope so, mate. I hope so. Yeah, I'll flip it over now so everyone can just see what I see because there's not really much to see. But there you go. Team standings are off the screen now. Hello, Kieran. Yeah, Kieran came with a rule today that you're not allowed to ready up until New January or something. I don't know. Don't really know what he was talking about, but I just did it anyway. Something about new gen have to wait until like 15 seconds before they can pick the tyres, or it might disconnect people on old gen.
Oh yeah, that's a thing because they load in quicker. Obviously, if they all select it, it will time out all the old.
This game is proper buggy.
It is. I've never known play career mode.
I've never known a game like it, and I don't think there is a game like it, to be honest. FIFA obviously has its moments, but FIFA has got like millions and millions of people on their servers. I kind of understand it. F1 doesn't have anything near that.
No, it doesn't. It has nowhere near. FIFA's so much more popular.
It's crazy. Hello, Rage. I say finish at an F1 21. It wasn't much better, Grumpy, was it? From what I remember. It wasn't much better. SLR are causing the delay, by the way, so shout at them, not me. We're waiting on
SLR.
Yeah, we're literally waiting on SLR. That's who we're waiting on. So we'll give them till I'll be generous. Say 7 minutes. 7 minutes past.
It's very generous.
That is generous. It is, but I'm a man of the people. I'm a man of the people.
We'll have to see.
I will wait for him. I shall wait. There's a couple of footy games on today.
There's Arsenal City, I think. There's Leicester versus Leeds.
Yeah, there's a few. Wolverhampton are winning.
Yeah, they're playing Palace, aren't they?
They are. Own goal. Right. SLR, were you a real lads?
Yeah, hurry up, SLR.
Yeah, hurry
We
up,
haven't got
lads.
all day.
Okay. Should just go without them. I mean, Rage, yeah. We go without them, and then a randomer joins. And then what do we do, son? You know? Yeah.
It's taken them so long anyway. It's been 5 minutes.
Hopefully they... Right, they should be here now. I need to go and get myself water, actually. Right, we'll give them a minute and then we'll just ready up anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it seems that their game is bugging out. The infinite loading screen glitch. Things you love to see with this game.
I'm gonna have to start. Right. Ready up tier 2. Looks like we're going out without SLR. It's, you know.
That's not. Oh, medals in.
Medals in. See if he can invite his teammate. He's got 30 seconds. He's got 30 seconds.
We'll see if they're able to get in.
Otherwise, it could be a quali ban if he gets in quali. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, look at that!
He's in with 12 seconds to spare. Oh, he's got a spectator. Adrian, you're gonna have to get out of spectator.
Did he?
No, he's still in spectator. I think though he's still able to take control of the car.
Not if you click spectator, I don't think.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. If not, we'll have to join back.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good choice. I don't know. Yeah, Adrian has to leave and rejoin to get a car. I think Grumpy's correct. I did that once. I think.
Did you?
Yeah, it was AEC. Well, I disconnected and then I joined, but I joined by racing, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
So, but it was just before quali ended. So I joined back and quali had ended. So I was in the car on the formation lap.
Oh yeah, I've done that so many times.
So I was there warming my tyres up. We don't have formation lap now. It was a long time ago. Right.
But we're at the circuit.
We're here. Right, let's get some deltas up. What times are we looking at? What time would you be putting around here, Stephen?
I would be putting around a 42, maybe.
Do you reckon we'll see that 42? Here?
Nah, I reckon we're going to see a low 43 instead.
Steve's saying that he's too good for tier 2 is what he's trying to say, lads. That's what he's trying to say.
No, I'm not.
42.9, 42.8 at least.
We're just going to have to wait and see. Of course, this track, the longest on the calendar. Very, very long track. Easy to make mistakes as well around a circuit like this. Invalidations are quite common. Adrian's left to rejoin now. But we're just going to have to wait and see. It seems that Kiwi and Neb have both gone on to the mediums for some reason. But some drivers heading out onto the circuit now, so this should be a very spicy qualifying session, hopefully.
I think qualifying in recent races have been very close indeed. I think last week at GOAT it was like the top 10 were separated by 3/10 or something, so we have had very close quali. However, the races, it seems someone just runs away with it. Literally, Hayden ran away with it, made it a little bit interesting with the pit strategies in one of the races in tier 1.
Did you just see what I see?
I did. I did. Welcome to Tier 2, Steve.
Yeah, that's my introduction. It's my introduction to Tier 2. A mistake there from Jamie, going round into the gravel there. Not the outlap he probably would have wanted, but of course, it's only the first runs, so it's not like it's the end of the world. But the tyres probably won't be in the best of nick anymore, and I mean he's still going to go for a lap. Surely the gravel will be off his tyres by now, so. He still can go round, get a lap in, and just sort of build off it, but that outlap, certainly not what you want to do, and it also increases the wear onto the tyre, so, yeah, unfortunate start there for Jamie.
Let's see how his own teammate goes, but it looks like he's going to be the first to arrive to start a lap, unless the Red Bull wants to overtake him, which the Red Bull does overtake him. So it looks like it's going to be Mr. Taylor Boss, who's going to be the first to arrive to set us a hot lap. People reckon they're going to get into the 42s. We'll have a look. How he gets on, should get an update if anyone has any weather updates for us. That would be very nice of you. So yeah, Mr. Taylor Boss about to start as the first hot lap. We're already 3 minutes into the session. Most drivers now start to filter out on the track. It's just Freddy Boy and Mr. Quabalda who are still in the pits. So Mr. Taylor Boss actually now on his way to Rouge and he's taking it pretty nicely, to be fair. It's a place where you can invalidate, maybe a little bit wide on the exit of it. DRS open, takes a little bit of grass for company there, and it looks like the car really slipstreaming here, a bit close. What do you reckon, Steve?
Yeah, I think Taylor actually had his brake pedal on coming out of La Source turn 1, and I think this is actually... Nev spun round behind him and has hit the wall. He luckily hasn't retired from the session, but he spun round on those mediums. Obviously not up to the right temperature, spinning rounds. And luckily for him, it's the start of the session on those mediums as well. So it's not like it's anything bad for quali tyres, really. But yeah, not what he would have wanted to do. As yeah, not the greatest of starts to the sessions for either of the Alpines.
Yeah, Adrian, he chose spectator. That's he needs to basically go with it, leave and rejoin so he can pick a car. Right, look, he can. If he just clicks Alexander Albon, like I could pick a car now, I'm pretty sure. I wouldn't, but I think.
Should I race and just
No,
see what I can do?
Banned. Right, drivers on laps. Mr. Juno is on a lap. He's done some decent races in the past. I think he's on 3 out of 6 races now, maybe 2 out of 6. He's done a couple at least. We're just going to watch the rest of Juno's lap because why not? There will be times coming through. There you go, Jamie, 44.2. I reckon I might be able to do that. No, maybe not. Instead of a push. Possible. 56 flat for Mr. Taylor Boss. Adrian has now joined. But we're going to watch the rest of Mr. Juno Vane's lap as he now into sector 3 he goes, and he's got a bit of clean air. A lot of drivers now starting to bunch up and cause a bit of traffic, but on his way to the bus stop chicane, Mr. Juno Vane, is it going to be a lap that's going to put him on provisional? We're about to find out. DRS is activated for a short amount of time till the line he goes, and it is provisional. It's a 43.8.
I mean, a very decent banker lap there for Juno, of course, ahead of Jamie and also SLK. I mean, we're into the 43s with only one driver at the moment, so the hopes for a 42 aren't too high, but we're gonna have to wait and see for the rest of the session. I say that SLR Medal goes to the top, and Panther also joins him up there, but Medal 4 attempts clear. I say that Benny Boy now up into P2, so we are gonna get close to those 42 certainly. There's a 43.308 for Medal to take him to the top of the session, so he is the first man that can really have an attempt at going into the 42s as the session really goes on.
The CRF1 Eastern had a little trip into the barriers there. I don't know if he picked up any significant damage, but his lap is definitely ended. That's in turn. Tell you that for free. So Mr. Delta, the driver who finished the highest up in the previous race, he finished P4 in Kota, so he is racing today, currently not set a time, and is currently sat at the bottom of the grid, is on a hot lap, and he did set a purple sector 2, so we'll see if Mr. Delta can carry the pace that he showed throughout the race of Kota last week into his qualifying session and his first qualifying lap of Belgium Spa-Francorchamps. So Mr. Delta now on his way to the bus stop chicane, On the deltas, purple sector 2, this could be right near the top of Mr. Medal with a 43.3. Red Bull glitching in front of me. DRS will be activated for a short amount of time till the line goes, and I think it will be provisional. It is. It's a 43 flat.
Yeah, we're certainly going to get into the 42s at this rate as the track evolves, and a 43 flat. It's only 97 thousandths away from a 42.9, so a very, very good opening lap there from Delta. A very good banker, putting him nearly, 2 tenths clear, just above that benchmark. So yeah, he's very well clear, and at the moment, seeming like he is going to be a good contender for pole with Delta. Who else is on a lap? I think Freddie Boy might be on a lap in the Haas as he comes into the bus stop. This could be a lap that challenges Delta maybe, and maybe the first driver into the 42s. We're just going to have to see how his exit of the bus stop was. No rear movement, very nicely done, but it's only good enough for a 44.3. I know the middle sector on this game does tend to lie about purple sectors as Kieran goes up into P9. But they're not too bad runs. They're up into the midfield at the moment, so yeah, they've still got their laps on the board. They can work off those bankers and see what they can do later on in the session as time progresses.
Mr. Freddy Boy, now this is one for the old statistic books, did get pole position in the first ever season. It was known as SEC then, at Belgium. I am pretty sure he got pole position, or he did a good race. It was along them lines, and when he raced for Artemis. So Fred, you might be a bit of a Belgian merchant. We'll definitely keep an eye on it. Yeah, Mr. Kieran, yeah, you are in P9. Banter. So Delta on an in lap. Mr. Ned is going to be on the medium, so we're not really going to need to watch him. Sufian currently sat with a 2 minutes 9 second lap. I do reckon I'd be able to beat that one, just about. Yeah, so I think that is it for everyone's first lot of runs, really. Maybe just Sufian.
Yeah, that's really the first lot of runs done. Sufian, 45 thousandths up in the first sector. He actually invalidates through Lecom, and that is lap over. All done and dusted, still on that 2 minute 9.5. Of course, he'll have the delta from up until the mistake, really, to see where he can improve. So that will be the real sort of thing to look out for him, to just see how he can improve in that first sector and how much he's improving by. And then he'll gain a massive amount of time where he passes where he made that mistake. So unfortunate for the Ferrari, just not being able to get the corners right, and that's actually Neb round in front of him, as his session just seeming to go from a bad to worse, and still, for some reason, he's still on the mediums.
Yeah, if you're new to AEC, Steve, basically what Neb did there was something that he shouldn't do, and that is that you can't part ace it. You just can't do it, especially when you just can't do it, Neb. So Neb is on the medium. He's going to come into the pits and put new soft tyres on. Hopefully, get a time on the board that will challenge Delta and maybe Medal's time of a low 43. Mr. Easton did spin on his first lap, so let's see how he gets on his second lap. And it was around here that he did actually spin. So you might have, bad memories around these few corners, and coming up to them, and you know what, he's just done okay. So Mr. Easton, another fellow Artemis driver, rest in peace. See what Easton can do. Something he's sat P20, not set a time, obviously, and he's got a little bit wide there, and he's kept it valid just about. Comes off the esports line. You see drivers right over the right hand side through there now. So Mr. Easton, what do you reckon, Steve? Is this going to be up there?
I mean, it certainly could be. We just need to see what the middle sector split is going to be looking like. So now through the chicane after pull on there, and now into the first of the two Stabilos down here at the exit of the final of the middle sector. It's a 15.2, so this could be on for maybe about P5, P6 at the moment. We're just going to keep on board as he heads through Blanchimont and then up into the bus stop chicane. So through Blanchimont, a bit of the curb there might not be the best line for him. Maybe scrubbing a bit too much speed off for the Ferrari, and a bit deep into the bus stop as well. Missing that first apex, really compromising his line, and this huge slide out of the final part of the bus stop. It does go up into P6, and maybe without that mistake in the final sector, could have been maybe a contender for the top 3.
Yeah, that sector 3 didn't look the cleanest. I'll just compare that to Delta sector 3. He set a 28.2, and we'll compare that to Easton, who set a 28.5. So 3/10 that he could gain on Delta there would put Easton, what, P4-ish, P3 maybe. So yeah, Easton definitely got a bit more time in the locker there. Taylor Boss currently sat P16 with a 56 flat. Definitely a time I'd be able to challenge. So Taylor goes for a ruse nicely. Once again, puts a wheel in the grass. Is that something you should be doing? Does that actually gain you time?
I wouldn't say so, really. It's mainly just trying to keep to as close as the grass as possible, because the grass really does slow you down a bit with the front right, but at the end of the day, he's still trying to keep it as tight to that inside as possible. Maybe not the most cleanest of lines. It wouldn't kill his momentum too much, though. Probably just a few thousandths of a second, but that could be crucial when it comes to the battle for... Oh, I think that's... was that Julu going up into P4 there? Yes, it was, and also SLK.
Yeah, SLK. Oh, Benny!
Benny boy into the 42s. The first driver into the 42s. Can Taylor, his teammate here, get anywhere near that as he's heading through the middle sector right now? Let's have a look at the middle sector split and see how much he is up on his lap time. 6.3. And of course, there's going to be so much time in this final sector.
Panther goes P2, 43 flats. So, drivers...
Delta's lap time still holding up strong there.
Yeah, let's go on board with it. Mr. Delta then, as he enters sector 3 very shortly, this could be a driver that beats Benny's time over 42.9 and keeps it valid just about. And he's 4/10 up, man. 4.5 up in his time. So Delta, I said he was a driver that did the best last weekend. That is exactly what he did. Just Tomo. Looks like, was it just Tomo or someone went... No, maybe I'm glitching. Anyway, Mr. Delta, bus stop's getting who comes. Steve, mate, I think this is going to be a mid 42.
Yeah, this is certainly going to be a very good lap here from Delta, and there might even be time in this final sector. We could even be on for a low 42 at this rate. So across the line, what would it be? It is a mid 42, a 4.5 tenth improvement from Delta there. A very, very good lap time, as Blue actually goes just behind him by about a tenth of a second, and he goes up into P2 now. So the time's certainly tumbling, and we might certainly have a battle for pole, and it looks like Delta just not home and dry from this one just yet.
Yeah, it's actually insane time, 42.6. Beautiful thing about Tier 2 being the day before Tier 1, Kieran, is you just get to compare the times, mate. You know, notoriously though, usually it's different weather between Tier 2 and Tier 1, and so we haven't really been able to. But yeah, if they're both dry, then you get to compare them, and then you can just see who's shithousing Tier 2, basically. Nicest way to put it. So, Mr. Panther, invalidated lap. Taylor Boss looks like he is on one. No, he's not. He's on an in lap. Dolphin, also in lap. You've got Brad just about starting his lap. Yeah, he is. He's going to be starting one. Sufyan invalidated in the pits. He goes Neb. Looks like he's going to be finishing his lap. He's not set a time. So, Mr. Neb did a lap on the medium, didn't set a time, and now he's going to do a lap on the softs. DRS is activated. To the line he goes, and Neb goes into P7 with a 43.3.
Not too bad there from Neb, of course. He did have those two laps on the medium tyres, which could be an odd choice, but it could be saving a set of softs, knowing, as you said, safety cars are probably quite prone to happen around this circuit. So he might be saving a set of fresh softs for the end of the race if a safety car does happen. So that can certainly help him out in the long run if you think about these whole aspects of the race. Unless he's the one that causes the safety car and retires, then it's pretty much useless in that sort of sense. But most drivers in the pit lane, they're probably just going to be preparing for their final runs of the session. Brad up by half a tenth in the first sector. We'll see how much he is up by in the middle sector. So the Alfa Romeo driver now heading through Stavolo. Oh, he's invalidated.
Oh dear.
It was up by 7.5 tenths, so that would have been a massive improvement, even in the final sector as well. So he could have been on for at least the top 10. Oh, and I've just seen Sufyan.
Oh dear.
Just go straight into the wall out of the chicane in the middle sector. And he's done a Giovinazzi. And yeah, that's his qualifying over. And that time of a 2-minute 9.5 stands. At the moment, it's not last. That is Ellis. But if Ellis is able to set a lap time. Oh!
Delta.
That's in the pit lane.
Enough. It was in the pits. No, he's done it in the pits there. Yellow flag is around the pit lane. So yeah, Delta feels maybe he's saving a set of the old soft compounds. Yeah, he's free. He's just frees off, so maybe that's his. Yeah, that is his done. With track evolution, though, you'd probably see him improve on that. He might be able to get like a 0.3, 0.4 with track evolution. So, yeah, Delta. He is currently leading the way, but his session is now over. His teammate, Mr. Dolphin, is on an outlap. Can he get up there and maybe join his teammate? I don't believe anyone is actually on a hot lap now, unless... Oh, Brad is. Brad's just starting one. Yeah, Brad currently sat in P18 and he's a 10th up after sector 1. Ellis also now about to be finishing his lap. So Ellis currently sat P20. He won't be P20 after this. Goes up to P5. 43.1. So, yeah, Ellis, P5. Not too bad there.
Yeah, very respectable lap time there from Ellis. Brad has found more time in that first sector. He's now up by a 10.5 there. So as he now heads down through P1, he's going to go it down to 6th gear. Make sure the car rotates nicely and doesn't understeer out wide and invalidates his lap time like he did at Stabilo last time around. But very deep into the chicane. That's really messed up his run there. He doesn't have time to go into the pit lane, so this is going to be his final run. He needs to get it right through Stabilo, but it's a less improvement. It's only 4.5 tenths this time around compared to 7.5. So this surely, there will be some time here in this final sector, but this will be nowhere near as good as his previous run. Ned has retired in the pit lane. I think the same as One Eye as well. But here we go. Brad coming into the final chicane. Fox Blue is actually... I think his session ended in the pit lane. He went in there too. He didn't come back out. What about Brad? Only good enough for P16. 7.5 tenth improvement. Pretty near enough. 8 tenths, but only good enough for P16.
Mr. Quabolda, his session will be over. He's invalidated. He did have a bit of a spin. Mr. Kieran on a lap. A lot of drivers now on laps. Freddy Boy, definitely a driver to keep an eye on come the end of the session here. 10th up after sector 1, so after sector 2, Mr. Freddy Boy, driver to keep an eye on, is 5 tenths up on his time. So currently set with 44.3, definitely time to gain in sector 3. So we'll come to him at the end of the lap. It's going to be fast and furious to the end of the line now, as drivers now starting to feel over the line. So Mr. Ellis, he's on an in lap, he will not improve P5. Panther up in his time by a 10th after sector 1. You've got Benny Boy, definitely a driver to keep an eye on. He's currently sat P3 and he's almost 2 tenths up on his time. So we'll watch the end of Freddy's lap as he comes to the line. And Freddy Boy, where's he going to go? He goes to P14. Doesn't improve, but Benny Boy, Steve, this could be the lap son.
Yes, it certainly could. This could be the lap that demotes Delta from provisional pole. We'll just have to see as he comes to the line. Where will this go? Medal goes up into P3 for SLR, but what about Benny Boy? It's just not good enough to get pole position there. I think that might be everybody's session
Taylor.
over.
Taylor Boss, he was up in his time, comes to the line, and he goes P12. Fire Dolphin also up in his time, comes to the line, and where's Fire Dolphin go? I don't know. It cut out.
I think it says P13 on the dash.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, he is 13th. He goes P13. But SLR actually had a good run there with both Medal and Fox up at the top there in the top 4. So they've had a very good session, to say the least. Probably the best session out of any team at the moment. But look at that. 35 thousandths of a second between Benny Boy and Delta. And that could have been just one mistake from Benny at maybe No Name or even through Blanchimont or something.
Yeah, Benny Boy's been on... Go on, mate. Carry on.
I'm done now.
Benny Boy has been on the border of the old Tier 1 situation for a while, to be honest, since his qualifying session. So we'll see how he gets on today. But he's definitely a driver who's on the border. There's a few, to be fair. Jack Mac's been on it for about 4 years, I feel. Oh, sorry, Kieran. I only just seen that. Oopsies.
What? Check Josh's first sector.
Well, I saw it as the session ended, so.
Oh yeah, okay. I was confused then.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, we're not gonna check his first sector. You don't boss us around, Kieran.
To be fair, I quite, when they go like gap to leader and I am, but
yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, Fox have only one lap aging, yeah, because you.
Wow.
Oh, go on.
No, I'm just saying wow to him having only one lap.
Right, so we'll run up in a couple of minutes. I'm just going to go and get a water. We'll be back in a minute. Don't no one ready up. We'll fall out if you did.
No, no one disconnected, Kieran. But anyway, guys, it's probably going to be a hard medium for most drivers around this circuit. Probably the most known strategy on this game to really go for. Maybe some drivers at the back starting on the mediums, going a bit aggressive at the start. It will hurt them at the back end of the race, but just have to wait and see. Of course, a track like this, overtaking opportunities are plenty, especially going into the likes of the Source, into the Com, into the bus stop chicane as well. Also, all but due to DRS and slipstream to themselves. There's also maybe an opportunity down into Beau Rivage, at the
Right, let's do it.
downhill hairpin.
What's been said? What have you been saying?
I've just said that the strategy is probably hard medium, like it is on most of this game. I've said about the overtaking opportunities around this circuit. And
Race director
yeah, that's it, really.
is interesting. 4 out the top 5
No
on the
way
mediums.
is everyone going to go against me now.
Well, only 2 in the top 10 have gone hards.
One Willie has gone hard, one has gone medium.
You can ready up, by the way, lads. You can ready up. There's going to be about 2 safety cars, probably more, Kieran. The amount of times Kubalda was spinning.
If I expect better from Kubalda, you know.
He does rock cockpit cam, so you've got to give him a bit of leniency. I don't know how he does it.
I don't care. Not gonna lie, I don't care.
I don't care.
Better from him. Letting FG one side of FG down, because look at Panther all the way up into P7. One eye has disconnected.
Kieran, can you at them and Tom to ready up? I can't be bothered. Yeah, we can ready Kubalda. Yeah, mate. Right, so here we go then. Where are you going to watch from? Somewhere in the midfield, I reckon, mate. There'll be carnage at turn 1. There'll be absolute carnage. I'll watch it from Fox Blue, because he's on the mediums. Maybe get a run at Delta. Delta's starting on the hards. He might be P3, but... Oh, no, he flipped it last second. Look at that. Right, here we go then, lads. It's Tier 2, Round 4, Belgium. You've got Delta on pole position. Let's get ready to race. Here we go then. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away and racing. Delta gets a good start. Benny doesn't, but Fox Blue, best start of the front 3. Is he going to launch up the inside of Delta? He might do. No, he isn't. Benny tries to go around the outside. You've got Fox Blue up the inside. Delta holds it into turn 1. There's a yellow flag. There's a virtual safety car after 1 corner.
I saw it in the background. Oh, it's full-blown safety car now. It was Jamie and Taylor. They didn't even make it to turn 1, and they already put each other into the wall. So that's not the way we wanted to have started this race. Panther gets 5 seconds for ignoring yellow flag. That's probably him overtaking Ellis there. I actually still need to get one eye back into the session. He did disconnect.
God, I love Tier 2.
Wow. Not even, what, 100 metres?
Corner, mate. Some people didn't even get to turn 1.
Yeah.
Some people didn't even get to turn 1.
That's just insane.
Has Taylor got no front wing or something? Yeah, he hasn't.
Yeah, probably. Him and Jamie just went straight into the wall together.
Flipping it. Right then.
It was a bit hectic there at the back.
Yeah, nothing really happened at the front. Juno gained 2 positions, Easton gained 3, Dolphin gained 3. One Eye gained 3, but he's not even in the lobby. And the biggest losers are last and second last. Down 5 for Jamie, and Taylor's down 8. Delta held P1. Let's flick over to tyres. And yeah, everyone went with what you said, Steve. Only 3 drivers on the mediums.
Yeah, it's the optimum strategy for this game. You just got to do the hard medium all the way around pretty much, and unless there's a late safety car, sometimes you don't even want to go onto the softs depending on when it is, due to the fact they just sort of hit the cliff after like 2 or 3 laps, so they'll just probably, well, I mean, it would be smart from Fox Blue to actually go onto the hards now. They might be able to make it to the end, and we're surely going to be in for another safety car. So it might be worth coming in for some hards, but no, he does stay out. But apparently, it was a very laggy start. I've just looked at the Discord. Brad said it was very laggy start.
We've got pitters,
Ned
mate.
was
We have got pitters.
lagging everywhere. Is that due to damage, or will it be? I
Let's
think
see.
Panther's going to get rid of his 5 seconds. That's quite smart from Panther.
Tomo? What will Tomo do? If he's not got damage, it's an interesting call. Will he go mediums and put the hards back straight back on?
Oh, that could be a decent shout here, of course. Panther getting rid of his penalty. Kiwi's probably got damage, knowing Kiwi. No, he hasn't actually. He's just gone straight onto a set of mediums, so very sorry, Kawalda, about that one. But Jamie and Tate, the boss, had damage, so they surely are coming in to get some repairs. Fox Blue, I'm surprised he didn't come in actually. Because I feel like the hards will be able to make it to the end, so...
Well, it looks like people are going medium, according to what Josh Tomo's managers is saying. Medium, so we'll see. If it pays off, it probably won't, but you never know. You never know. If he has a good start and gets onto the back of like Delta or whatnot, who knows? The Jenny might work out for him. He's going to be taking the mediums, what, 10 laps at least? Probably at least.
Yeah. Ray just said no, hards cannot go from here, trust me from experience. So I think it was able to from the last game though. If you put on a set of hards, you were just able to take forever in whatever race you were in. It was just kind of boring.
I hope next game there's more strategy and element into it. Like,
yes,
I know in real life, well, that you have to use all 3 compounds or something like that. Like that's like an in-game rule, or it can be a setting that you can add to it. You know what I mean? Like, so you have your normal race, and then like you've got like a added settings race where you could say, right, everyone has to stop at least twice, or something like that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Or everyone has to use
that would
all
actually be
3
quite good.
compounds, something like that. I think it'll just make it a bit more interesting, mate. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I think the real life F1 tyres are a lot less durable now, just due to the fact they want it to make it so strategy becomes a bit more prominent in real life as well, because that's pretty much just a boring one-stop too. So,
is it going to be a late call?
Yeah.
No, it's not, is it? It's doing another lap.
Nah, yeah, it has to stay out a lap on this game.
We had it last season in Tier 2 at Netherlands, and the safety car came out on lap 19-ish,
Yeah.
and lap 30 ticked over and it was still out.
Oh, one of those glitches. I've had one around this very circuit. Yeah, it just went on forever. Everyone over. It stopped on track as well. It was out for about 20 laps. It then stopped, and everyone went past it, got up again, and then all of a sudden it just miraculously come back into the pit.
Panther just overtook Tomo. I mean, unless I'm saying things.
I don't think you are.
That was when Krigman got his first podium in AEC2 to race 5. I mean, it was a hot Kira, mate. I was ready to, like, cry, to be honest. Oh, Josh Thomas. Man, keep an eye on these two.
Yeah, we are.
Keep an eye on them.
Certainly. One eye's still disconnected from the session. He says he can't get on the F1 game now, so that's a bit of an issue.
Jesus Christ. Panther, you cheeky cat. Oh, Tomo's overtaking him now. I mean, this might just be a penalty in itself. This is dangerous driving under the safety car, boys. You know, come on. Wind your neck in. Right, safety car should come in this lap. Yeah, it should be.
Yeah,
Fox Blue's going to try and get a run on Delta if he can. He is on the mediums. Want to try and make that alternate strategy work for him. He doesn't want to be behind Delta when he pits, so we'll see if he can get a run on him.
Yeah, that is going to be the big factor here. The medium tyres, they just have so much grip when they're fresh on compared to fresh hards, obviously.
Here we go then.
Due to the fact it is a softer tyre compound, but we are about to get back underway. We lasted a corner.
Yes,
Not
here we
even
go
that,
then.
really.
When does Delta go? Is he going to leave it late? Is he going to go early, he's definitely going to have to wait for the safety car to reach the pit lane, so he's just going to back them up a little bit. He's not really backing them up, to be honest. He's just mowing that. He's just going. He's not really backing them up at all. So Delta doing what he wants here, and he's probably just going to go around here, unless he's going to slowly back them up and keeping an eye on. Yeah, he is. He's backing them all up, and he's probably going to wait till just before the bus stop change, get a good run, and there you go. He is gone. He is gone. Fox Blue has been caught napping. Absolutely, and let's see if he can catch up to the back of him, but it's probably going to be about 7/10 behind. A few drivers haven't been caught out, Ellis being one of them. He's right behind Medal here. Going into turn 1, ERS turned on, slipped through him. Is Ellis going to do fencing? Lunge it, lunge it, lunge it. He does. Late on the brakes, Ellis up the inside. Bit of a turn in there from Medal. Goes up the inside Ellis though, and he might have the move done here, but better traction. Mr. Medal holds it, and Ellis stays in P6.
Decent defending there, from Medal there, but he's now 1.1 behind Juno in front of him, so he lost DRS already. Let's see if Ellis can actually do something, or even Easton try and attack on the Alfa Romeo in front of him.
We've got a
try
yellow.
something as Taylor Boss is retired for a Rouge.
Oh dear.
Oh wow.
There's no cars around him.
From bad to worse.
Oh,
Hampshires passed One Eyes AI, but Taylor's race has gone from bad to worse. He didn't even make it to the first corner, and hasn't even made it past a Rouge on the first proper flying lap.
Oh, well, here we go then. Delta has a bit of a moment there, and Fox Blue all over the back of him will sense the danger there, and Mr. Delta, yellow flag out to safety car. Well, that's a late call if I've ever seen one.
Oh my god.
That would be the Taylor Boss causing that safety car, but that was a late call, no?
That is an extremely late call. I don't know why it's so late. Usually the car's been sort of spawned off the circuit by now. But yeah, it's a very late call. Everyone's going to be back behind the safety car. We've not made it rounds.
Lad, we've not even had 4 laps. We've not even had 4 laps, and we've had 2 safety. We've had more safety cars than laps.
We've had more safety cars than sectors driven in green flag conditions.
Yeah. We've had what? 1 sector actual driven. Oh my god.
Wow.
It's on.
You did say expect safety cars. Fox Blue into the pit lanes. He might try to put on the hards, and this time they certainly will go to the distance.
Yeah, it's on standard. Oh, Ned comes in late. Little late call there, but he does come in. Is he going to go medium straight back into the hards? I feel like it's a strategy people might try here. Quivalda's going to come in for the hard tyres, and Jamie does as well. It'd be interesting if Quivalda or Jamie has damage, because that might be why the safety car came out, but I'm pretty sure it was because Taylor Boss did DNF, and yeah, neither of them have got damage. So yeah, it was a late call there. I've never seen that before. It was a good, what, 15, 20 seconds late?
Yeah, round about that, maybe even 25 seconds between Taylor's crash and the actual response from the the game's FIA and race control. But the drivers are probably like, come on, get on with it. I don't really want to be behind safety cars every other lap. And there hasn't actually, except from Fox Blue's pit stop, there hasn't actually been a move up at the front really, except from also Benny getting overtaken at the start. They're the only moves we've really seen from... Yeah, I feel like they're actually the only moves that we have seen on stream.
Yeah, you're right.
On a non-ghost car.
Yeah, I think you're right, We saw a bit of defending from Medal after the restart, but apart from that, yeah, we've really not seen much action between drivers. Panther, the furthest up the track after having a pit stop. He is on the mediums. He pit on the previous safety car, and he is up into P12. Josh Tomo also right behind him. Apparently, Panther overtook Tomo on the safety car, and is not opting to keep that position back. He's probably still got the option to if he did actually do it, because we've not really had a lap of racing. So if he did give the position back now on the safety car, and he actually did do it, I don't think a penalty would be coming his way, because
he would have given it.
Hello, Jack. Hello.
Who is
Jack.
actually the highest gainer from all this? It is. Oh my god, there's a bunch of them all. And 6 places gained. Freddie, Brad, Kieran, and Sofian, all on 6 places gained. There's Easton on 5, and then of course, because Fox Blue pitted, he's the biggest loser with 4.
Tomo is dangerous driving on the safety car. Twice I've caught him now. Wind your neck, Kieran, give him a slap some. Just give him an old bell on the old radio, just tell him. Just a quick one. That's all we need. So, Freddy boy up 6. Yeah, there's a few up 6. Like 5 or 6 of them, isn't there?
Yeah, there's quite a few up 6 places. I thought Panther spun there under the safety car going through the source. We're on lap 6 for 22. We've had one real sector of racing and there's not really been many overtaking moves from it. Delta will lead away after this lap, surely.
Panther just took out one of the brake boards. I've seen it with my own eyes. Or was it DRS? It might have been a DRS board.
I think it was a DRS board.
Yeah. Heavily warming his tyres up.
They all are really behind him. They're all really trying to get temperature into those mediums. But maybe struggling for a bit of tyre temperature are some of these drivers. But hopefully we get back going again. We can have at least a lap.
Let's hope so, mate. Let's hope so.
Well,
racing. You can only have 5 safety cars, right? 50%.
I think so.
Well, we had a VSC, then it went to safety car, and we've had a safety car. So we might be on 3. We might.
I don't know.
So
I think it is 5, yeah, but I don't know if the VSCs have their own tallies. Wait, Panther's pulled up alongside Kieran.
I know, I'm watching it all.
So
it's absolutely crazy. Right, safety car should come in, and then we'll get on the way again. Delta leading us, Benny Boy in P2, Juno Vane in P3. Here we go then, safety car is in. So Delta, do you go the same time you went last time? He caught Fox Blue napping a little bit, and Fox Blue has pit. And he is the furthest driver up after starting on the mediums to pit onto the hards, if that makes sense. He's currently sat P16. Quabolda and Jamie also the other 2 on the same strategy. They were going to try and take them hard for the end of the race. We'll see if it works out for them. Not overly sure it will, but who knows? It is F1, it's tier 2, anything can happen.
Yeah, anything certainly can happen, especially with the way this race has been going.
He's gone.
We've had one return. Oh, dealt with. That's an early. No. Actually, yeah, he has. I was looking so far down the order there. He's actually left Juno napping as well. Same there with Benny Boy. Benny Boy 5 tenths behind. He's managed just to be able to keep with Delta. Juno's been pretty much dropped by these guys. Ellis trying it again on medal into turn 1. He's going to be able to make it.
Panther!
No.
Too sexy here. He's just giving Kieran a bit of a love tap there, but he stays behind him just about. Did give him a bit of a nudge. He's using all his ERS. He's not going to try and overtake him up the run to Rouge, is he? Delta penalty already? We've not even had a... How's he got a pen already? We've not even had a racing laps. What Panther? Panther double overtake round the outside of both Brad and Kieran. Mr. Panther, what a move.
And Benny Boy has got past Delta. I've just looked at it. Kieran's dropping down the order. Tomo's got them as well. So Kieran and Brad falling down the order, but Delta side by side here with Benny Boy. Freddy Boy is falling down the order as well. All it's starting to kick off at this moment in time. The Hass of Freddy Boy has dropped down the order massively. He's down to last place now, but Benny Boy makes the move for P1. Delta got the penalty. The slipstream helped Benny Boy as he sent it down the inside into the com. He got the move done, and he's up into P1. There's so many battles going on at the same time. Very hard to keep up, and Freddy's been disqualified for parking in a dangerous location.
Freddy, mate, you can't park there, sir. You can't park there. Anyway, we've got absolute carnage happening all over the field here. Delta has been passed by Benny Boy. I've just been watching the battle between Tomo, Kieran, Brad, Sufian. It's been absolutely mental in that midfield there. I'm surprised no one's had a collision. Tomo gained a position, give it back. He might have took a position on someone else as well. It's all been a bit carnage in the midfield, to be honest. But what has happened here, since the safety car, Delta, he's got a penalty. I don't really know how, because there's not been many corners for him to pick it up on, because we've been on the safety car for half of it. But Benny Boy is leading the race, after lap 7. Look at this though between Brad, Mr. Fox Blue trying to get him in the action as well, and Fox Blue gets past Brad. Is he going to try and launch up the inside? Brad it might do. Ooh, no, they keep it. Someone else does. Who's that? Ned. Jesus Christ, Steve.
Oh my god. Oh, Neb's nearly binned it. He's just about managed to keep that one out of the wall. Brilliant save there from him, but that's allowed Claudio to then promote himself up a place.
Here goes Tomo.
Claudio will be... Oh, Tomo. Tomo and Kieran. I think Kieran's re-overtook Tomo then at one point during the chat. Oh, Kieran's nearly spun round. He looked up the rear tyres there going into the com. He's nearly spun and mid-apex. He's managed just to keep the car in a straight line, so luckily enough for him, he's still in P11, still going in this race. But now that's allowed Sufyan to catch all the way back up to the Mercedes and maybe try attack on these mediums versus the car in front on the hards. Delta's keeping within 5/10 of Benny Boy up in front. Janu is still a second behind. Benny Boy's spun! Or something's happened. Yeah, Benny Boy's spun!
He has! Jesus Christ, it's all happening here. ART, I've not had the rubber to green, and he was leading the race, and he has spun, dropped down to P10, P11 now, might be even P12. His tyres will be absolutely shot here. Needs to be careful through these corners, the tyres will be very hot. But poor blimey, Mr. Bennett, he is going to drop a position here because Sufyan is gaining on him, gaining and gaining and gaining. Round the outside, he's going to try it, he's going to try if he can. Benny Boy cuts him off, can't get round there. Maybe a launch down the bus stop's again. Sufyan probably shouldn't try it. Benny Boy goes defensive. Sufyan tries. Oh, Benny Boy gives Mr. Crazy Ian a bit of a. Oh, did he brake early? It looked like he might have done, but Benny Boy did just go straight into the back of him there.
I actually don't think Kieran broke early at all. I think it was just Benny Boy just braking so late, and he just managed to clip that right hand side of Kieran. Luckily, I don't think any damage for Benny, and Kieran's just, still going in a straight line. So that's 2 scares for Kieran actually. One of them himself locking up the rear tyres, but here comes Benny Boy trying to make a move once again here on the Mercedes. We go down into the com. He'll go to the inside, just maybe like he did to Delta. There's a bit of contact between the two. Benny nearly spins round as we now head into the right hand.
Jesus!
But absolutely clattering into each other. Benny's been spun round. Kieran went off the circuit, and that's allowed Brad and Fox Blue up into P11 and 12, and now Quabalda up in position, and maybe even Neb as well.
That looked like Benny. Oh, Kieran's gone. Kieran's gone. It looked like Benny was a bit aggressive there. I think he was probably a bit pissed off, to be honest, for spinning. And Benny Boy is going to be on the back. So, yeah, I'd have to watch it again. It just looked like Benny Boy was a little bit on the aggressive side. Delta is now a second ahead. We'll watch it back and obviously look at clips and all that. That was just initial thoughts on it. But yeah, not great. Benny Boy was leading the race a couple of laps ago, and he's now currently nowhere near the points. Top 14 for points, Mr. Steve, just so you're aware.
Thank you.
Panther gets a penalty there.
Gets a 3-second time penalty now. That can be big for his race actually, but he's 2.7 seconds ahead of Tomo, so he will need to gain out that gap. Oh, what is going on?
Mate. Ned, we need to have some words, Ned, mate, because that... What is Ned doing?
He's going for it again. Into the source, is he
Welcome
going to get it? No, this could allow... Thank you. Well, Quabalda nearly just got Neb there, from Neb sending it down the inside of Brad into the source, as we now head up Erosion Radiant now with these 3 drivers, and Jamie as well tagging along with them. Neb's going to get past Brad, so's Quabalda. Is he going to be able to attack the Alpine as well, though, to make it 2 for 1? But no, he's just not going to be able to.
Yellow flag, mate.
Yellow flag ahead.
Panther.
Oh, it's Panther.
It is, and you can't park there, sir. You can't do that, and he's going to drop a load of positions here. He's got a bit of front wing damage, I'd assume. Lets his teammate go. Is he going to let his teammate go? No, he doesn't. He's forced his teammate very wide. Round the outside and breaks early, causing a bit of carnage. Jamie goes into the back of him. Through goes Brad, and Mr. Panther, from where he was on the grid, causing a bit of carnage at the back of the field here. He's going to try, he's bored about it, going up the inside there of Brad. Needs to be careful, he's very close to the back end of him. Puts the ERS on. He's going to try and launch it round the outside, already up the inside, goes up the inside, gives Brad another tap on the rear, but sends Brad very deep into that corner. Bloody hell, this is absolutely carnage.
It certainly is, and maybe even Jamie round the outside through Stavolo. That could be a very risky move if they were still side by side once they got to the exit, because that corner Camber just understeers you out there. But now, as we head up through Blanchimont, will Panther try a move on Brad? He's very far back. It'll be a very audacious dive bomb from the Aston Martin. Quibald trying to catch up to the back of Neb. There's actually, oh no, Benny Boy's past One Eye's AI there. These AI's keeping up well as Panther comes
goes into the
pit
pits.
lane.
There he goes then. Is it damage? I assume it might be from all the taps that he gave all the drivers. I'd be surprised if he hasn't got a bit of wing damage from that. One Eye also comes in. That is his AI doing that. So yeah, Panther must have a bit of damage. Closest battle on track at the moment. Problem is Quibald or Easton. We'll keep an eye on Easton not gaining enough though. So yeah. Poor blimey.
Actually, Panther didn't actually have any damage, so he might be just doing the medium and getting the undercut in very early on. But Delta just that 1.1 second gap as Suffian's actually spun round as well.
Oh my.
Quibald nearly spins too. That's allowed Neb to send it down his inside and get him and Suffian from that, as now Quibald will go round the outside of the Ferrari, just of course. Bro will get the better run, getting ahead. What about, will he be able to get anywhere near Neb in P10 and see if he can make a move? No, he will not. Into Pullon now, and he'll have to sit behind for this middle sector unless Neb makes a very costly mistake.
It's all happening. Halfway through the race here, it's all happening at the backfield. Nothing really happening at the front. I don't think I've mentioned Medal all race. He's just chilling in P3s. Oh, we've got another yellow, and it is Mr. SLK this time causing a yellow flag. He's had a bit of a spin there. Don't think he's lost too much ground, but defo a yellow flag. So Quibald, you can see Sufjan's flashing. He's run out of ERS. Oh, Delta's in.
Oh, Delta's in. That's
is
a
that
very early pot.
Is it early?
For the mediums, I think. I'm not too known on the strategy around here. Actually, it's not been one where leagues have done much Belgium in this game, I've noticed. But I have to wait, and I feel like it might be maybe 1 or 2 laps just before. No, it is actually the right lap to come in. It's literally the lap that the pit window's open.
He's come out in absolute heaps of traffic here, and surely if Juno Vane just stays out, he'll come out on mediums. He'll probably come. I don't know if he'll come out ahead of Delta, but Delta is definitely going to get held. He does have DRS to help him, so that is going to help. But he's going to be behind Quibald here. Maybe Sufjan thinks about pitting in the next lap or so. He is on 10 lap on mediums, but this isn't going to help Delta through these sections. Definitely not, because there's no DRS to overtake here, and he's just going to have to suffer, I think, behind Quibald and Sufjan. And Quibald getting another yellow flag, and who's this for this time? It is Mr. Kieran this time.
Yep, Kieran spinning around on the exit of the right-hander after the com. But yeah, Delta not going to be helped out at all. He's not really paid attention to his engineer, Mark. The game, it gives you like a predicted estimate of where you will exit the pit lane at. And actually, Quibald has spun around and into the wall. He's done what? Who was it in the qualifying session? I think it was Sufjan in qualifying who did the exact same thing there. And Quibald, he surely will have a bit of wing damage from that. As now Jinu Medal come into the pit lane alongside with Fire Dolphin as well.
Delta up the inside here. Obviously, Sufjan goes right past him. Sufjan can't defend that. Sufjan's probably going to come and pit. Doesn't pit. It's going to stay out another lap. So yeah, Delta has DRS as well. So perfect overtake for him there, and it does look like he's going to stay in net P1.
Yes, it looks like he will. Of course, everyone coming up the pit lane will be on a more acute inside line through the source, managing just about to get out scot-free. Really, it's very difficult to merge back into traffic around this. Panther now gets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. SLK versus Blue Fox. Fox Blue, sorry. It seems like Fox Blue's got him, and actually Delta's got past Neb down the Camel straight there, and Neb probably couldn't really put up much of a fight. One had DRS, one didn't. Neb,
Here goes Benny Boy. Gives Benny Boy close enough to Juno Vane. I don't think he is. on this lap after his collisions and his spins and all that. Might go up the inside here of Juno if he can. Can't quite do it. Yellow flag again. Who is it this time? I think Kieran.
It is for Kieran again. His race has not gone well since the collision with, I think it was with Benny Boy earlier on, and yeah, it's just sort of gone downhill. It's gone from bad to worse. He spun round again. 8.8 behind his nearest car, Quabalda, and he's very far off the points of this Grand Prix. So he'll come. Hopefully, he'll come back strong very soon. We have to wait and see. But SLK, he's 9 times behind Fox Blue. What about Benny Boy? He'll have to come in eventually anyway. So Medal might be able to send a move on Benny Boy up into the bus stop chicane. Is he going to get close enough? Is he going to go for a send? He did maybe think about it, but no, he does not go for the dive bomb.
So, lap 14 begins. We've got Fox Blue leading the way. Fox Blue is trying to take these hards to the end. He did pit, and he's going to try and take these to the end. And you know what?
It's doable.
It is doable because Delta has a 3-second penalty, and his tyres will fall off. Fox Blue might have called an absolute blinder here. He was P2. Was it? Yeah, it was the second safety car he pit on. Oh!
Janu might be able to get 2 cars here. Ellis got past Jamie, then Janu followed him. We're just not going to be able to get close enough to Ellis to make the move, or is he going to try and make the move down into Rivage here, as he's now going to maybe send it? No, he will not. He'll just sit behind, of course, this corner prone for understeer. And
one sec, Steve, I just need time to rage because he's having a moment.
Yeah.
I do rage, yes. But we don't remove track limit penalties, so I don't know your argument. I don't know what is. Unless you've got your delta up from extending the track, I believe you need your full race director, you need the clip of when you extended the track, and the warning, if that makes sense. So if like someone pushed you off track or something like that.
I mean, I think he would have just got the penalty from.
I'd have to see the clip rage, but I believe he's probably just cut the corner, mate, or something. I might be wrong.
Yeah.
I genuinely might be wrong. It might just be a glitch. But Sufyan has been pushed wide by Ellis, it looks like, and maybe he's going to send it on the inside of him, and he does. I thought he was. Then he's going to come into the pit. No, he's not going to come in the pit. He's going to stay out on 12. I'd have to see the clip rage, but if he's cut the track, he won't get removed. But yeah, I'd have to see the clip.
It says penalty plus 4 warnings, and he was at turn 2. But yeah, you'll need a clip for that one. It's actually Janu trying to get past Sufyan as well. Medal versus Jamie. This could allow Fire Dolphin to maybe get past Medal as well. Of course, they're going to get past Jamie, who's on the 10-lap-old hards. But now, going up through Rouge and Radion, Sufyan gets a 3-second time penalty there. Janu will get past it as here comes Fire Dolphin down the straight, managing to get past Medal there. And Medal being held up by Jamie. Not the thing he would have wanted, as Jamie just goes straight on at Lecombe. Well, Lecombe goes straight over the chicane and falls behind Easton as well, who might even try get an attack here on Medal, but no, just sit behind the Williams. As actually Fire Dolphin versus Sufyan just about holds on in these 13-lap-old mediums. Don't go for it here, Fire Dolphin. Going around the outside through Pullon's a bit of a death wish. Backed out of it. Let's Sufyan go a bit wide. This could be a run down into the chicane now as they head down the hill once more. As he's going to go around the outside, but no. Going to try the up and under maybe. Just not being able to get the drive off the corners. Be able to get past the Ferrari in front of him.
Well, Mr. Easton goes straight into the back there of Medal, and we would need the clip of the actual corner, Delta. I'm not going to mention it now. You know what you need to do, fella. Race director, get the clip, end of. Right, so Mr. Easton on the back of Medley is gaining on him. We've got drivers ahead going too wide. You've got Dolphin and Sufyan. Sufyan on 13-lap-old mediums pushes Dolphin a little bit wide there. Medal's got a good run on both of them. Surely Medal's not going to dive bomb both. Sufyan goes late on the brakes, but Easton round the outside. Easton nudges Medal there, and Sufyan stays out for another lap. And here we go then. 4 drivers in the space of a couple of tenths here. Easton getting past 2 drivers there. Mike going to launch it on Dolphin if he can. No, he's not. Look at the top though. Delta now 8 tenths behind us. Medal has a moment. Looks like something's happened to Mr. Medal. He loses a couple of positions. He ghosted on my screen. I don't really know what has happened there? But Medal, oh, thought he was going to go up the inside through a roof. That would have been very silly.
It certainly would have been. It seems that Sofiane's going to get passed by Tomo now, and Easton is going to get past Fire Dolphin here. Of course, the DRS just very, very powerful down the Kemmel straight. Jamie going a bit wide through the com as well. This could allow Medal to go round the outside through the second part of it and get up into P10 once more. I think he got tagged going into turn 1, which made him do a half spin and ghost. That's why he fell down so many places. And look at Delta, 4 tenths behind Fox Blue. A lap ago, that was about 1.5. So he's gained about a second over the past lap here as Delta on Fox Blue. And yeah, Fox is definitely in a bit of trouble here, the SLR driver. Of course, his teammate Medal is down in 10th place at the moment. We're just going to have to wait for drivers to come in. And I think Sofiane's got a puncher on the front right.
Oh, dearie me. He does. I said he should have pit on the 11th lap. I said he should pit on the 12th. He stayed out on all of them. And, oh, he's been knocked by SLK. It's just gone straight into the back of him. SLK, I mean...
Stavelow's a blind corner,
so here we go then. Delta is about to be taking the lead, or is he? Mr. Fox Blue's going to try and defend it. Fox Blue's on 12 lap old hards, and then you've got Mr. Delta on 5 lap mediums. Will those mediums go to the end of the race? You'd expect them to, but we're just in a punch at, what was it, lap 14, Soufiane, and how many laps did Delta have to do? He'd do about 10. So Delta should be an easy overtake for him, and it is an easy overtake. DRS wide open and gets the move done way before the corner, and hopefully Delta will push on, but does have that 3-second penalty. Be interesting to see if his tyres hold up on that one.
Yeah, I feel like they will hold up, but Nev actually probably saw that Sofiane got the puncher there. He quickly elected to go onto the soft tyres, so maybe he'll take these to the end of the race. He probably will. I mean, they will fall off the cliff quite quickly, so they do like to overheat the softs on this game. We'll just have to wait and see what he's able to do. He's going to get closer to Panther for each lap. We've got on lap 17 of 22, about 5 laps to go in this one. Fox Blue now dropping back massively from Delta. So Delta's he might not even need to appeal the penalty really at this moment in time. Kieran now gets 3-second time penalty, because if Delta carries on pulling it the way he is, there's no need for him to appeal the penalty at all.
There we go then. Last few laps of the race. Josh Tomo looks like probably got a warning there. So go off the track a little bit. Panther gaining on SLK. So yeah, will Fox Blue, will he hold on? I mean, I don't know. He's got DRS again, which will help him. I don't think he will have DRS after a rouge though, because he's already at 1.1 seconds there. So I think this is the last time he'll have DRS for a little bit here, unless there's a mistake in the way or something happens to Delta. But yeah, Mr. Fox Blue held the lead for a little bit there. Delta has caught up to him and overtaken him. We'll see how Josh Tomo gets on here, because Mr. Dolphin also on the same age tyres that he's on. Tomo does have a penalty though, so yeah, DRS activated now for a few drivers. Fox Blue did not get it, but Mr. Tomo will have it, and will Tomo get the overtake here?
You would think he would, because look at the overspeed he's got just from the slipstream. The DRS will make that even bigger as he now makes it up into P6. Of course, that penalty, he will need to pull out the gap unless Fire Dolphin does get the free track limits warnings, which then turn into a 3-second time penalty. There's now 1.7 between Fox Blue and Delta, so that DRS was really helping Fox get stay to the back of Delta. And now we see 1.8 seconds is the gap. Delta's certainly going to pull this out, but the question is, will Fox's tyres be able to hold on? Because he's on 13 laps. Rage said they do about 15-ish, and at that point they're like 2 seconds a lap slower. We've still got about 4 or 5 laps left in this Grand Prix, and you can start to see the wear marks. So they're around probably about 50%. So it could be a close one for Fox Blue to actually make these tyres last till the line.
I'm just watching Tomo here. He's got another warning. He's extending the track in the same place. I've seen that twice now. Yeah, Ray said he's got a warning, and Mr. Panther has caused a yellow and he's crashed out, and that could be a safety car. It is a safety car. Delta has gone past the pit lane. Everyone else now comes into the pits. Safety car is staying, so they'll be okay. I think they'll be okay because they'll be able to get back round. But everyone's now going to be on the same age tyre. Delta's got that penalty. What looked like an easy win for Delta to bring it home. It's just gone up in flames, really. And now you've also got the speculation: do you even bother pitting? Because what, is it going to be like a 2-lap shootout, a lap shootout?
That is a good shout. Everyone from 6th upwards haven't boxed. Maybe Fire Dolphin and
I don't
Easton
think they
might
can,
benefit. It's gonna be about a 2-lap shootout. So
there won't be any DRS, mate. I can tell you that, because it would have to come
there'll
in
be
on
no
lap
DRS.
20. This is going to be interesting. I reckon. Sorry to cut you off again. If Delta, Fox Blue will do the opposite to what Delta does, I think. But then again, he's on 14 lap hold hours, isn't he? Delta. Because Delta stays. If Delta pits and everyone else behind him here doesn't, he won't win the race. Yeah, this is interesting, mate. This is really interesting. Now, what happens here? I assume Ellis is probably waiting. Ellis will do the opposite to what Delta and Fox Blue do, I think. Fire Dolphin gets a penalty on the safety car. That is really not going to help GSR out. So yeah, lads, let's see how this plays out. Steve, what would you do?
If I was in Fox Blue's position, I would box, to be fair. I mean, yes, you're maybe sacrificing track position, but you are on 14 lap old hards, and there's no chance you're battling Delta. You've got people on 5 lap old tyres behind you.
Here we go then. Delta stays out. Fox Blue stays out. Ellis.
I think
comes
Fox Blue
in.
actually wanted to go in, but was past the commitment line.
Juno stays
Ellis comes
out. Easton also comes in. So Easton and Ellis, the only two in the top 5 who pit for soft tyres. That is interesting. Fox Blue looked like he wanted to pit there, but decided against it last seconds. This is going to be interesting, mate. This really is going to be interesting. Ellis might have played the blinder here coming in, or he might have just cost himself a podium.
I feel like he might have done a really good strategy here, because Fox Blue will certainly be holding up Janu and Fire Dolphin. Easton comes up just in front of Tomo, 1.4 seconds between the pair. Oh, this is going to get very tense. The safety car will come in at the end of this lap. We have to have 2 laps of racing on this game.
Coming in now. Will drivers catch up? Sufyan might not catch up here. Jenny might not. Craze Kieran might not catch up to it. I don't think they will.
No. I don't actually
Sufyan won't. I don't think Sufyan will at all.
No, he certainly won't.
Kieran might do, but I very much doubt it. It'll be close. It'll be close for Sufyan to get... Sufyan is now just starting the lap, and the safety car is well over halfway through the lap.
It might even be a bit tight between the Haas of... Well, One Eye's obviously an AI, but still, that Haas...
Kieran might want to
might even be a bit tight for Quibalda as well.
I think it's Kieran and Sufyan. Kieran might get there in time. I think he will. I think Kieran will. Sufyan's going to be right near the
going through Stavilo now.
Safety car's in. Sufyan's probably shitting himself.
Oh no, they probably won't catch up. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, the safety car limiter might do them in here, because of course the game's added the safety car limiter. Even when you're nowhere near behind the safety car, there is no need for the safety car limiter. Just let everyone drive for themselves. But the question is, could Balder even catch up, or will Delta go early like he did earlier? So let's have a look.
Here we go then. This is it, lads. 2-lap shootout for round 4, and he's gone. He has gone early. He has. We need to watch Ellis, though. Ellis is the driver to keep an eye on here. He's the only driver in the top 5. He sacrificed a podium to pit. He decided to pit, go for the soft tyres, and see what he can do. 2-lap shootout, but it's 2 very long laps, and he's got to run on Fire Dolphin here. He doesn't want to cause any damage, doesn't want to risk anything, but he needs to start ticking these drivers off. corner by corner, and Ellis will definitely want to try and beat a P4, at least after a ruse. So Mr. Juno also gaining on Fox Blue. Fox Blue 1.1 seconds behind Delta. Delta might win this race.
Yeah, he certainly could, but you can see Juno gonna maybe try and move down the Kemmel straight and into the com. So now the Williams of Fox Blue will pull to that inside line to defend it. Round the outside goes Chanu. There's contact made, wheel banging from both drivers. Fox Blue will have the worst traction, obviously, just due to how old these tyres are. This is actually
through goes Ellis, mate.
Wow.
Ellis up the inside, doesn't want to risk anything. He is on them soft tyres, but he's lost the position. Oh, the yellow flag, someone's crashed, and that's Sufian.
Sufian has crashed on 2 lap old softs. But, oh, and even Easton might even be battling Ellis here into Pouon. As now these two will start scrapping. Fox Blue is actually helping out Jinu here, as he's now 4 attempts up the road from the Williams. So, Ellis's chance for maybe a second place here might have just gone up in smoke because he was maybe a bit too hesitant with the Williams into Rivage. And that's allowed Fire Dolphin to get back on him, and now even Easton might be able to make the move up into the bus stop chicane. We'll carry on board with these drivers. Fire Dolphin as well now getting all over the back of Fox Blue. He'll surely go for the move down into the bus stop. He's going to maybe try to dummy. Here he is.
Oh, he's been hit, mate. He's been hit. Mr. Ellis gives him a lovely tap
Easton's
there.
round.
Not very lovely. And the yellow flag. Easton spun it. And oh dear. Absolute carnage there. And it looks like ETA have not had a good race. Let me tell you that. They have not had a good race. And Delta's probably won this race. But let's see how it unfolds. Last lap is underway here. Ellis bumping Fire Dolphin. They're not going to go too wide, are they? They're not. No, they don't. Dolphin backs out of it. Tomo gets a penalty. Probably deserved for the amount of track extension I've seen him do, to be honest. But yeah, Delta could win this race. Or will Juno win it?
Yeah, that is the real question. Look at Tomo. He's trying to make it 3 wide here, going into the com. Fire Dolphin nearly goes into the back of Ellis. That's really screwed. Oh, there's a slide. Oh, there's contact. Tomo is sent spinning. Fire Dolphin just comes back on the tracks and collects him. Ellis gets a 3-second time penalty. So that's all chances for the podium gone. As SLR medal might be able to recover something here and come to P4 and allow SLR to get a 3-4 in this race if Fox Blue's tyres are just going to be able to hold on for the final part of this lap. Delta's got a 3-second gap here, so he surely will win this Grand Prix. But we'll have a look at Ellis. He can still get P3 on track, but wow, that Fire Dolphin incident was absolutely insane there. He went wide. Tomo lost the rear and collision, and yeah, not really the way Tomo would have wanted to see this. And then Benny Boy has spun round as well. That's allowed Qualda to promote himself up into P10. But as we can see, Ellis maybe trying the move here with Fox Blue as Delta will come across the line to win. Ellis round the outside. Will he be able to pull this off? It'll be the inside for the next corner. Delta wins the Grand Prix, followed by Jinu. Then it will be Fox Blue.
Benny Boy disqualified! Oh dear. ART and ETA have had absolute shockers today. SLR couldn't even get in the lobby and they've got a 3-4.
Wow.
GSR win the race there. Delta probably deserves it.
Yeah.
He's shown good pace there. Hopefully it's dry quality tomorrow for Tier 1. But yeah. That had everything, that race, lads. That had pretty much everything. SLR will enjoy that one, let me tell you. They, after 3 rounds, I'll just get the standings back up on my screen, not your screen. They were 9 points behind Bunga. They definitely gained that. ETA might only score 2 points today. So they're going to drop down the order. So yeah, SLR will probably be leading the championship after 4 rounds, to be honest, lads.
Yeah, so a very good display from SLR overall.
Grand Slam for Delta. Grand Slam. Pole wins the race, fastest lap.
No, it's not a Grand Slam.
Oh, is it not?
Because you need to lead every lap as well.
Ah.
And of course, Benny Boy led a few.
Lads. It was just a slam.
Yeah, it was the slam.
Also, Grumpy, you'll be happy. The stream survived again, mate. You know, we're getting good at this now. The game is starting to like me.
Yeah,
once.
you survived the lobby too.
Exactly. You know, the game is actually starting to like me again. So yeah, that is the end of Tier 2, lads. Steve, I appreciate you coming in, mate. You're welcome anytime you like.
No worries. Thank you very much for having me.
We'll catch you for Tier 1 tomorrow. I don't know who it'll be. It might be Corey and me. It might be someone. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see who's available. Everyone's ill, it seems. Yeah. Right. That'll be the end of the stream, lads. We'll catch you tomorrow for round 4. Same track, different drivers. Adios.